Your first and last name is part of your personal brand, not your business brand. And the reason for that is because you are going to change and transform many times, and you're not always going to be doing the same thing. Too many founders create a business around a business brand name, but they don't use their actual name. And when they do this and they have a company, once they get to a point where they're going in a new direction, the brand doesn't fit them anymore. It's like putting on outfits that don't fit you. And it's not your style. So then a lot of people will spend thousands of dollars, even hundreds of thousands of dollars in marketing to rebrand. And by rebranding, they think, well, that will solve my problem. But you're fragmenting yourself. When you put yourself under your own name and personal branding is tied to your name, you can bring all of yourself. You're no longer scattered. And this is something that I learned from my mentor, Donald Stojak. He also recently just decided to create his own website, donaldstojak.com, after having been fragmented for years. He kind of got the idea from me, and I kind of got the idea from him. So you also need to understand about Google AI. This is very powerful. This is more powerful than your website. And what I want you to do as homework is I want you to start asking Google AI about you. Your first and last name is what you put in. You type in, what does first and last name say about topic? Or who is first and last name and what are they known for? And when you do this, you're going to notice what the AI already knows about you. It's scanning through your social media posts. It's scanning through Threads, LinkedIn, and YouTube. These are where I suggest you seed your content. This is where I suggest you also start commenting, sharing posts. Even if you don't have any content of your own yet, you can start by sharing another sister's post and commenting on it as an add-on. You can quote people. You can create things from inspiration. You can share anything that I post. If you share something that I have posted, that amplifies it. And you can also then add your own insight to that, and then it becomes something that you've made your own. Now, the thing is, again, is that this goes fast. When you post on social media, within 3 months, you're going to be known for that thing. I discovered this back in January, just how much was already seeded from my ecosystem. And this is why I say it's important for you to grow your garden of abundance. So one thing you really do need to know, though, is that you can't do this just on your own. I mean, you can, and it's not going to have as high of an effect as if you're networking with each other. We have sisters here, and we have sisters that are also not attending this call, but will be getting the replay later. The beauty of this Mistress Mind is that we basically keep it recordable. And then in addition to that, we have the WhatsApp group where you can comment and say, hey, what did I miss? And you can get the link and it'll tell you, and you can then go on and implement. If you ever have any questions, you can always reach out to me. I'm available to you and I want to support you. If there's a particular post that you want us to boost for you, you just call your sisters and we will all rally in there and we will comment on your post. The key is authenticity. You can even just say nice job or put an emoji. The algorithm doesn't care. Okay, the algorithm really doesn't care whether you're posting a comment, an essay, whatever it is. All it cares about is this post getting engagement? At the same time, though, the AI is reading comments. So at certain points, you could be like, who is first and last name? And what does first and last name of other sister say about them? So, for instance, I checked my Google AI and it's like, what does Carly Bonderud say about Donald Stojak? What does Carly Bonderud say about Eben Pagan? What does Carly Bonderud say about Annie Lala? What are the ties? And then the Google AI will spit out my history with them as being their star student. So you can do this too. And then you can also have your clients do this for you. So when you have clients that want to share their first and last name, then what happens is that automatically you've now amplified them. Now, a lot of my clients come to me, they are also founders of businesses. So one of them is Claire Sherman of Shine Space Parenting. And then I also was talking with Kayla Tyson, and she also was just getting some free information from me, whereas at the same time we were collaborating. She is a coaching queen. And Jenny Posthuma is another one. So you need to understand that sometimes it's important to have names attached, and other times it's important to have things kind of down low. It depends on the profile of your client and what they want to do. And then in addition to that, collaboration is key. If you have a collaboration with another sister for a podcast or a video, then that allows you to build your reputation, which I call reputation gardening. So you go to Google AI and you type in who is first and last name and what is she known for. As you can see, it's already brought up my background as a birth advocate and birth educator. It's also brought in my mindset coaching and my sovereign motherhood. There's going to be more of that as I get my book out there too, because remember, No More Mommy Martyr, The Path to Sovereign Motherhood is coming. It's still in the stages of refinement. And as I mentioned, part of being in this mistress mind is that you'll get to be featured in the book. And then I have, what ties does she have to the business world? I asked the question, what is her glass slipper of attraction and how does it tie into her ecosystem? So I took two concepts of what I'm known for, of my personal branding, and then I checked to see what it says about me. So you do the same with your frameworks as well. What is currently known about Carly Bonderud's vlog channel, Carly Bonderud Uncensored? Remember, this is the little known channel. This is the one that's sort of my freestyle vlog, and it tells what the themes are on that. And then what does she have on abusive and toxic relationships? As I said, if you are rebranding constantly in a business and you aren't bringing all of yourself, then you get fragmented and then you get kind of burnt out. But if you have this already known in your frameworks, then you can help anybody with anything. What do you have on Carly's retail service background? I wanted to know this one because of the fact that, you know, I have this past, right? I was a sales associate for a number of years, and then I became an assistant manager and an acting manager. And I have that retail background. That's important. That's how I came up with the birth consumer. That's how I understand customer service. It's how I know what truly works and what's going to cannibalize the market long term. Because I actually worked for a brand that on the outside, they looked like they knew what they were doing, but internally, head office was an absolute mess. And they ended up having to resell, they had to sell the company to somebody else. What is Carly's personal brand? Ask the AI what your personal brand is. It's telling about radical empowerment and sovereignty, sovereign motherhood, patterns and systems, radical transparency, high achieving mothers, and informed refusal advocate. Mindset first approach, the brand's pillars. And then I talked about my mistress mind. What does she teach about the ecosystem of attraction? And then I also wanted to know more about what the mistress mind is. Whole life integration, identity transformation, sovereignty over strategy, and the mistress mind environment. I mean, I don't put a whole lot on the Mistress Mind because I want to keep this group small and compact, but you can now see what this can do for you. You no longer need to have a fancy website. Google is your website. So that's pretty much what I wanted to show to you. And as I mentioned before, your homework is to just Google yourself, see what comes up. And then if you want to go one step further, you can also seed some ideas on threads based on what your Google search has done. Now you can go as deep on this as you want. I've just done a very short surface level, but I've also gone very deep in what I asked the Google AI about myself because I'm building a brand around my name, right? So that's what I have for you. And if you want to go deeper with this, you know where to find me. You can also ask a sister for assistance. And while we're waiting for the next new moon or full moon, like we're waiting for the full moon. So right now, what we're going to be doing on this new moon is we're setting some intentions, okay? So the intention is that by the new moon or by the full moon, sorry, is that you're going to have more momentum. So the intention that we want is that you're going to build your personal branding within the next 2 weeks. If you haven't already done so, take your main social media channels, the ones where you're posting the most, and make sure that it's your first and last name on all of them. So on my Instagram, I have Carly Bonderud Official, same thing with Threads. And then I have Carly Bonderud on LinkedIn and I have Carly Bonderud on Facebook. By doing this and having a personal brand channel instead of just your company brand, you're able to be real. You're able to comment on anything and just find your interests. And by doing so, you're not scattering yourself, you're showing your full authentic brand. Your business brand is different from your personal brand. Your business brand, you mostly post educational content that's leading to a certain specific thing. But even within your business brand, it's important that your name is showcased at some point, either within the bio itself or as something that you add that's pinned to the top that again showcases your name, because you want your name to be tied in so that when somebody asks about you specifically, they can find all of your branding for your company. Now, I understand that this is very confronting, especially if you're used to doing faceless things. You don't really want to be associated with your brand because you have fears of visibility. We need to get over that. In order to build a sovereign business, you need to be able to be visible. You need to be able to be authentic and you need to be able to connect with people. Your sisters are all here to support you. So if you are not yet ready to show your face or you're not ready to tie your name, we will quietly amplify what you have to offer. We will do it in a way that still honors your desire to stay hidden, while also giving you the confidence so that when you decide that you're going to launch and do it under your name, it's just ready for you. Okay? So that's pretty much what I have for you. As I said, we're setting an intention. We're going to be a little bit more visible this week. We're going to go into the next 2 weeks posting, sharing, chatting, boosting each other, getting ourselves out there, putting our energy out there, and learning more about what Google AI knows about us, okay? And then if you want to do any collaborations within that time, you also have sisters who are here to help and support you. So thank you so much for being here. I love you. And for anyone watching on the replay, I love you too. Remember, you don't have to be here in person, but it's more of an advantage for you to be here in person because we do go offline in a way so that people can feel comfortable to share. And at the same time, you have the WhatsApp group. You can also just privately message each other and you can privately message me. Like that is part of what you're paying for within the Mistress Mind. And, my love language, it's bugged me. Okay. I'll get back to you within a few hours to maybe a day, depends on what I'm doing. But your sisterhood is here for you. Okay. So thank you so much. And I will see you next time. Namaste.